which isn't entertaining.
Someone is out there trying to sell you something, get in your brain, a marketer, a news site, political pundit, an event. Someone wants to make sure that they've imprinted on your mind. But how do we put up a mental roadblock to all of these unsolicited advertisements, or do we? Joining us this morning with the new book, it is called Perceptual Intelligence. Dr. Brian Wachler. Brian, thanks for being here.
Pleasure.
Okay, so perceptual intelligence, which is, what is that? Describe that for us.
Perceptual intelligence is how we interpret our experiences to be able to separate fantasy from reality. So it's like having a built-in BS meter in our head so we can make better, smarter decisions in our life.
Okay, so we all have this skill.
Totally. It's like playing
an
instrument. You can learn to get better at it.
Okay, so you're saying we can improve this PI factor, or whatever you call it. Okay, so give us an example of perceptual intelligence at work.
There's one example where people will pay $100 a cup for coffee, and it's actually cat poop coffee. And this is how it works.
Okay.
There's a cat that has sort of a near magical ability to pick out the best coffee beans, and it goes through undigested, and people have to pick out the beans on the, the product that comes out.
Okay.
But the story is because these cats supposedly have this incredible ability to pick out the best beans, people are paying $100 a cup for the coffee. But in reality, the coffee is good, but it's not amazing. It's not going to knock your socks off, but it's how marketing can hijack your perceptual intelligence and waste your hard-earned dollars.
So how do we, I mean, that, to me, it seems ridiculous that people would pay that for that coffee, but I know that happens. And to varying degrees, because you might say, oh, I would never make that mistake, but we make mistakes on different levels, right? Where we fall for things that aren't really worth it.
Absolutely, and that's why I wrote this book, because I wanted to help people make better decisions in their lives by understanding what people mean and what they say and do. So without the book, though, it's going to be hard for people to elevate their game, because with reading this, you get information that helps you all in life. Like, for example, better job, better relationships, better sex, more success, more happiness. So this book can help elevate your potential for success in every area in your life.
Can you tell us one thing that we could start doing today that would help us with our perceptual intelligence?
I would say a big factor is listening to your intuition and your gut feelings. And as a medical doctor saying that, that's a little bit different for people to hear. But in reality, when we listen to our gut feelings, most times they're going to be correct. And try to be in tune with that. And there's a great chapter about gut feelings in the book.
I did hear somebody say once that we are the only mammals that ignore gut instinct. In other words, if a bear is in the woods and senses danger, goes the other way, and we say, oh no, they wouldn't do that, and we kind of rationalize things. It's hard to discern between good gut instinct, though, and maybe overthinking or paranoia, right?
Correct. So when you have this book, it gives you that insight, like special forces level of being in touch with your intuition and your gut feelings, so it helps you make those good decisions in life and avoid those really bad decisions that sometimes can be very costly. All
right, very good. One of the other examples you talk about in the book is when people see maybe Jesus in their toast or the Virgin Mary.
I love this story. So there's a condition called Pareidolia, which, by the way, is not something treated with penicillin.
Okay.
It's where we see faces and objects, and people with strong religious upbringings are primed to see the likes of Virgin Mary in the skillet burns of a grilled cheese sandwich and pay $28,000 because of that.
Oh my goodness.
Now, of course, this isn't just the domain of Virgin Mary. Jesus has been cited as well on a Cheeto. Jesus, if you prefer.
Yeah. Oh boy, sometimes we see what we want to see, right? We're looking for something and we're trying to find it. Brian Wachler, thank you so much. Perceptual Intelligence is the name of the book. Interesting stuff.
It's great, and the book covers a lot of ground, and there's an amazing chapter on sex too.
Okay.
Go get it on Amazon.
I'll take your word for it.